Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment as the Tennessee Titans get another win this week. They beat the New York Giants 17-0, and this is going to be a quick video today. There's not really much to discuss. It was an ugly game, a torrential downpour, and I don't know why this football team keeps attracting these type of games, these rainy games, these boring games. I mean, look, I like that we won this game. I like that we dominated this game. This was a boring game. I did not enjoy watching this game at all, but still I have to talk about it. But hey, it's another win, so I'll gladly talk about it. But the story of this game yet again has to be Derrick Henry. Wow, has this guy awakened, released the Kraken indeed. This guy is playing so well. Now a combined 400 yards, over 400 yards in the past 2 weeks, and in this game having 170 rushing yards on 33 carries. That is 5.2 yards per carry, and having 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Wow. And I'm becoming more and more convinced that he watched my video 2 weeks ago when I called him out and I said, I don't think he's the guy at running back anymore. And man, has he awoken since then. He definitely deserves to enter next year, his contract year, his final year for his rookie deal, and being the starting running back for this football team and seeing if he can truly have a great season, right? Because this is a great stretch, but I want to see him have a great season. I want to see him have a 1,000+ yard season, ideally even 1,200, 1,300 rushing yard type season. I want to see that from him next year, but in terms of this year, he is definitely leading us to the promised land. We're going to root for the New England Patriots today. If the Patriots can beat the Pittsburgh Steelers, we'll be in control of our own destiny. If we win out, we'll be able to go to the playoffs as a 6th seed. And again, I keep telling you right now, you look at the AFC playoffs, and I don't know who's going to win it. The Chiefs have their weaknesses, the Patriots have their weaknesses, and we've already beat them. I have faith that we can beat anyone in the playoffs. Now, it'll be tough going to Houston and winning. I'm not going to say that's an easy thing to do, but I just want to go play. I want to give it a shot. If there's any year where a 6th seed can make it to the playoffs and can make it to the Super Bowl out of the AFC playoffs, it's this year. Even the 5th seed Chargers or the Chiefs, this is a year where anyone to me in the AFC, anyone that makes the AFC playoffs could make the Super Bowl, except for the Ravens. I don't think they're going to make the Super Bowl, but you know, that's just my opinion there. But even the Colts, if the Colts make it, they could make the Super Bowl as well. You just want to go play in these playoffs this year and then go see what happens. But Derrick Henry, man, this guy continues to lead us there. Okay, now we're going to have 2 tough games coming up. One is not really that tough. I mean, we're facing the Washington Redskins, and right now they're starting Josh Johnson. But they won today, right? They went to Jacksonville, and they won. And I don't want us to overlook them, okay? Be careful, because we did this 2 years ago. Remember, we were headed for the playoffs. Everything was looking great. And then we went down to Jacksonville, and Marcus Mariota broke his leg, and I was crying, and it was horrible. We don't want to do that again. Do not overlook the Washington Redskins in Nashville this week, and I do have confidence that we will win that game pretty easily, as it is in Nashville, and we've been great in Nashville this season, only losing 1 game to the Baltimore Ravens. We dominated the Patriots, we handled other teams this season. The Jets, we struggled a little bit, but we handled them ultimately. I have faith in us in Nashville, I have faith in us in Tennessee. But again, Derrick Henry, wow, okay, this guy is just playing so well, it is ridiculous. I mean, I don't understand it. Like, where is this coming from? Like, we've seen it from him. We saw it in that Chiefs playoff game last year. We saw it against the Jacksonville Jaguars last year. We've seen it in spurts. But man, he is just on a ridiculous rampage right now. He keeps getting all these yards after contact, and the blocking has improved, but not much. Like, I still don't see our offensive line getting to the 2nd level. It's not like you see Taylor Lewan leading the way. It's not like you see Ben Jones leading the way. Like, they're getting a little more push, right? So they might get 2 or 3 yards of push, whereas in the beginning of the season, they were getting pushed back 2 to 3 yards. So now they're getting some push, which is helping. But ultimately, right now, I think it's just Derrick Henry getting to the 2nd level and making things happen, dragging defenders, stiff-arming defenders, and doing his thing. He is really an individual talent, and that is what I'm seeing exemplified. I mean, we went up against Saquon Barkley today, and you would have thought they switched bodies, right? Derrick Henry was the dominant running back today, and Saquon Barkley was reduced to nothing. And I mean, it's just incredible right now. I want to see him continue to do this not only this season, but next season. But this gives me confidence. This gives me confidence that, again, let's go find out what's going to happen in the playoffs, because if Derrick Henry keeps running like this, you can win in January. We help the passing game out a little bit. Marcus Mariota gets some protection. Corey Davis shows up. Who knows? Who knows what's gonna happen? I'm not gonna say we're gonna win the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna say that, but I just want to say, let's go find out, right? Let's go to prom. We don't have a prom date yet, but you show up at prom and you never know. Maybe you're gonna find the cute girl across the hall, you start dancing, and then this could happen, right? I just want to go to prom. Let's get a ticket and let's go to prom. How about the defense today? The defense playing well today, playing well at the second half of last week's game, playing well for the entirety of this game. And Kevin Byard, he is back to playing all-pro form. He had the interception today. He also had the final play where he didn't look at the ball, but still he was able to bat it down, right? It still counts as a pass defended as it hit his back. I'll take it, right? We're going to take that definitely. He's playing great. Rashaan Evans, right? This is why I wanted to move on from Avery Williamson, my boy Average Williamson, because he was never a guy that could make plays behind the line of scrimmage. He wasn't a guy that could get tackles for loss, whereas you see Rashaan Evans doing that. He's a guy that's able to diagnose things at the line of scrimmage and make huge plays. He turned a 1st and 10 into a 2nd and 14 in this game. You saw him leading the pack, you know, also led with Jayon Brown and Wesley Woodyard in the middle. We have our trifecta of inside linebackers, and I'm loving it right now. Gerald Casey did a great job today. He had the fumble recovery, and he also was getting a lot of pressure. Scared me for a bit if he was injured, but he came back healthy, so love to see that. I want to hear about Sharif Finch. Okay, looks like he may have broke something, so we're going to hear about him. That's going to hurt our outside linebackers, which to me are still underwhelming. You know, I mean, when is Harold Landry going to get another sack in? You know, where is Brian Orakpo? Where's Derrick Moore? Where are these guys? You know, we're getting sacks, but we're getting it from our either inside linebackers or our cornerbacks or our defensive backs. Like, we're not getting enough outside linebacker production, and that's why even though I want to get a wide receiver in the 1st round, I'd take another outside linebacker because I'd still like Harold Landry, don't get me wrong, but the production isn't there right now, right? So we need to get more production, and Brian Orakpo, Derrick Morgan, these are contract years for them. They're probably going to be gone. We might keep one, but either way, I don't have faith in them moving forward. We need to get an outside linebacker. We can't get one in free agency. We need to draft one early. We have to draft inside interior offensive lines we discussed. We have to draft wide receiver. We still have some holes. But for right now, I like the defense, the way they're playing. And Logan Ryan, I mean, let's give some props to Logan Ryan, people. He is playing really well. Adoree Jackson was the best cornerback early in the season, but Logan Ryan, I think, is playing better than him right now. I think Logan Ryan right now is the Titans' best cornerback. Again, this is fluid, right? If you had to tell me to pick one and only one, I'd pick Adoree Jackson. But right now, Logan Ryan is playing as the best Titans corner, so I like to see that. And Malcolm Butler, right? He's not being a problem lately, okay? So you like to see that as well. Now, Odell Beckham did not play today, and if he did, things might have been different, but he didn't, okay? So I don't want to hear it. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm not having that discussion today. Marcus Mariota, not much to talk about, right? Only 88 passing yards, and people are going to look at this game that did not watch the game, they're not even watch highlights of the game, and say, see, this is why he's not a franchise quarterback. He only threw for 88 passing yards, but if they would have watched the game, they would have seen it was a torrential downpour and no one could throw the football. If you think Marcus Mariota didn't do anything, look at Eli Manning. Eli Manning stinks. Eli Manning can't do anything, and I know he didn't have Odell Beckham today, but man, Eli Manning's really bad right now. I mean, the Giants are nuts if they head into the next season with this guy. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, I really don't know what they're doing. We'll talk a little more about the Giants in a second. For the Titans, good win, right? Move on to the Redskins and then move on to the Indianapolis Colts. Now, I'll tell you right now, let's take it game by game, right? I don't want to look forward before we pass the Washington Redskins. Let us deal with the Washington Redskins. Week 17, potentially. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be on Sunday Night Football. Right now, I don't see another matchup that's going to have playoff stipulations. I really don't. Like some matchups might be like, okay, if this team wins, they'll get a higher seed, but the other team won't be playing for anything. I really think that Titans-Colts matchup week 17 is going to be for the playoff spot. It's going to be on Sunday Night Football. It's going to be a big deal, okay? And I'm scared because I don't think the Titans are going to win that game right now. The Colts are playing well, but like I said last week, what I've seen with the Titans is when they really have to win, right? They've been able to do it. Week 17 last year, they were able to do it. Win or go home, and they won. They beat the Jaguars handily. They went to Kansas City, and they got it done. Marcus Mariota and the crew, they were able to get it done. It scares me. The Colts won today 23-0. We know what Andrew Luck and his history is with this football team. But let's take it game by game, okay, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm getting excited. It's going to be big, but let us handle the Washington Redskins first. So for the Giants, any Giants fans that want analysis, look, here's the thing. Eli Manning stinks. Like, you gotta move on. I mean, you just gotta move on. Look, I get it. 2 Super Bowl rings, and I will take that. I'd much rather be a Giants fan than a Titans fan, right? Because you have your 2 Super Bowl rings, congratulations, but you gotta move on from this guy. Like, he's done. Like, he's not awful, but he's done. I'd rather have Joe Flacco right now. I'd rather have plenty other guys than Eli Manning right now. I think he's one of the top 5 worst quarterbacks in the league. Luckily for him, Josh Allen, okay, and Josh Rosen, they're in the league, but I might take Josh Rosen over Eli Manning right now. I mean, honestly, I think you put Josh Rosen on the football team, might have a better football team. You gotta move on from Eli Manning. And the thing is, I'm not sure about the quarterbacks right now in the upcoming draft class, but you lost today, so that's gonna help your draft positioning. Dwayne Haskins, Justin Herbert, that's who we're talking about. Get one, right? And maybe we're going to talk about someone else. I'm going to, look into Ryan Finley and Daniel Jones from Duke. We're going to watch all the film and all that. But you got to move on. You just can't do this again because your defense isn't that bad. You have the running back. You have the wide receiver. Offensive line needs help. I mean, don't get me wrong, but Eli Manning's just not good enough anymore. You just got to move on. He's done. And even analytically, he's still not reading the field well at this stage in his career. It's ridiculous. You got to move on from him, please. I mean, just get over it. This is such an abusive relationship. Please leave the relationship. Look, there were great times. The honeymoon was great. There was great peaks in your marriage. It was great. You sent the kids off to college, but it's time to divorce from Eli Manning. We're on to the Washington Redskins, Tennessee Titans, 8-6. There you go. Those are my thoughts on the Titans versus the Giants. What are your thoughts? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.